Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
All right, so we got a quarterback change happening already in week 4. The Giants are they are benching Russell Wilson and they're starting the rookie Jaxson Dart. Do y'all feel that it's time already, or do y'all still feel it's too early to start Jaxson
No,
Dart?
it's too early. They only played 3 games, and that first 3 games was against the top 4 playoff teams from last year. You expected them to win any of them? Maybe one, maybe. And then they had 2 games in a row, only 1 game at home. That was Russell Wilson's first home game.
And I'm pretty sure probably every analyst predicted them to be 0-3 at this point.
Right, and you signed him to that big contract, and you only gave him 3 games. And he was leading the league in passing yards out of the first 2 games. Y'all could have won that game against the Cowboys, but ended up losing in overtime because of a 64-yard field goal.
Yeah.
You played against the top 4 teams in the NFL from last year. The last 4 teams ranked. It's only 3 weeks.
Russell Wilson is one of those rare quarterbacks where I really don't be holding nothing against him. To a degree. Seattle, they could brought a championship there. Did what he had to do. When he got to the Broncos, all the talk with the shit with Sean Payton and he separate interests and separate shit. Let me say this. If he asked for this shit and y'all even contemplating giving him even 1% of what he asked for, then maybe he actually earned what the fuck he asked for if y'all even thought about it. That's all I'm saying. If it became this big of a thing that y'all like, oh, why we gotta give him all this? It probably got to a point where maybe he felt like he got that respect from y'all. But then again, that's on y'all. I don't worry about that. He didn't have a bad Broncos career. And then we go over to where do you go after
Pittsburgh.
He still was solid.
Still was solid. Wasn't as good as they thought they was getting early Big Ben, rookie Big Ben. Like, he was getting Russell Wilson, bro. And then the Giants. Like, let's be real. 3 games into Russell Wilson on the Giants. First game, I never hold a week 1 against anybody, especially when you go into another team. Like, I don't give a fuck how many reps you done had in training, camp, in the preseason. The real game is when the real shit starts. So if you have a bad game week 1, shit happens. That's what reps is for.
And we sucked last year.
Yeah. Y'all sucked last year. Let's not act like the Giants is historically bad. We've seen what they've done on Hard Knocks. We've seen what they've done to Saquon Barkley. We've seen the shit that went down with Daniel Jones. The Giants suck. They ball the whole I don't know what the fuck them niggas be doing over there. Mara, I don't fucking know. Back to the point at hand. Then when I look at Russ, week 1, like I said, I'm hold it against him. Week 2, you put up 450 yards and you lose to a field goal. What else could you fucking do? Week 3, it was prime to go up against experienced veteran, greatest GOAT like Patrick Mahomes and his team, the Chiefs.
They still have a good defense.
And he didn't have a great game, but he didn't have that shit was nasty. Like, come on now, he not the Russell wasn't from the Seahawks. It's just this is what these teams do now. Like I've always talked about all these sports, they're invested in getting the young players while they're at their young contracts so they can profit more for that. And why did you sign this motherfucker to this contract for? Like he said, for what reason? When you knew your plan all along, when you drafted Jaxson Dart as high as he was, when you drafted him that high, you knew your plan was to start him at your earliest convenience of Russell Wilson. And I don't feel like Russell Wilson has earned a benching in week fucking 4, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not for Jaxson Dart to come in there and do the same shit.
Against the Chargers?
There's going to be rare occurrences of guys having great games, like we seen last year with Kirk Cousins and the Penix shit.
Yeah, I still didn't like that either.
Yeah,
they still end up making the playoffs. And look how their start is this year.
No, I did like that.
Like sometimes it's just bad business decisions.
Where he
only 3
where he
games.
threw 1 touchdown in 5 games.
Yeah, like I can understand this, but what the fuck is Russell Wilson? Like I said, we can the same way we can talk about him bad. You can't ignore that 450-yard game where he was really out there bitch slugging trying to win it. At the same time, nigga, if I'm putting up 40 points, defense, how you let these niggas put up that much? That's what I'm saying. Anybody getting bitched on the defense? No? Come on, yeah.
Yeah, so like you said, that was their plan all along. Like they were just gonna wait for their early convenience to start Jaxson Dart. Like you said, what are you gonna do? Go out there and scrub it up like Russell Wilson?
All you gonna do is go out there for $160, a touchdown and a pick.
And then when he comes back,
we're gonna be like, oh, it was a great game for his first game.
Yeah, I was about to say that. They're gonna be like, let him learn.
But Russell Wilson get the same exact shit. We gonna say, is it time to go to Jaxson Dart? The fuck?
They always pushing the narrative of these young quarterbacks to like straight throw them in there instead of just making them wait for the whole fucking season. Like, maybe they'll be better if you start throwing them in there so early.
But did you listen to the little nuggets?
Though.
Did you listen to the little nuggets that some of the commentators, like Brady, was saying over the past week? Mahomes didn't start to the very last game. There's so many quarterbacks that set out. I had to sit behind a great white blood. So like you listen to some of the greats.
And didn't Brady sit out a whole season? He came. That was his. That was Brady's second season when Bledsoe came in because Bledsoe. No, I'm saying Brady went through a whole season before that even happened.
That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes. It's good for them to sit there, not just to sit there, but to take everything in. Take in the bad, take in the good, take in what that QB did wrong, and already make it good in your mind while you're on the bench. So you're already confident and ready to execute the better decision that guy. Sometimes it's just about studying. You don't go straight to school and they like after 3 weeks, here go your diploma. You got to go through months to earn that shit. How is he earning this after 3 weeks of training camp? And fucking Austin, like, come on,
guess what they said? They was like, well, he's looked good in those preseason games. I made the face. Anytime they say something about preseason, I just make a face.
That's when you got hit the Jackie Chan name.
It's preseason. You gotta hit the. That's how you gotta do.
That's how the Packers was for 2 decades. You had Aaron Rodgers sitting behind Brett Favre.
Yeah.
And then you had Jordan Love sitting behind Aaron Rodgers.
Like, come on, bro.
Come on.
And and all I'm saying, the 2 people that came before Jordan Love got Super Bowls and MVPs. They're going in the Hall of Fame.
And records.
Like they were just making it seem like they was straight trying to push the narrative to straight get Jaxson Dart out in there and straight like they was trying to do as quickly as possible. Like even from the first game, they straight said something about Benjamin Russell goes at the first game.
All I'm saying is here we is in season 2 for #1 pick Caleb Williams, and they still finding any little scrap they can to make him look good, while the Bears still look bad.
No, but Caleb fine.
I don't care about fine. Fine does not equal 1-2 record. That ain't fine. That's under 500.
It's only 3 weeks.
Only. Why have people only had only? Burger King raised their prices by $2 and still put only $6.99. That still make it good when it was $4.99.
In a row. Let's see how you do.
Dayball named Jaxson Dart QB1 for the rest of the season. Here's what Dayball had to say earlier today on the decision.
So in terms of the quarterback situation, I met both with Russ yesterday and Jaxson privately, and Russ was nothing but a pro, which I would expect him to be. It's my decision. I'm going with Jaxson. We're going to get him ready to play this week and the remainder of the season. He's going to do everything he can. Russ will be the backup. The conversations that I've had with these young men will be private. The details will be private. All I can tell you is we're going with Jaxson, and we're getting ready to play. So I'm not going to add too much to it. Those are private conversations. It's my decision, and we're going with Jaxson.
Ocho, are we going to go ahead and hit Russ's? Okay, here's what Russ had to say about the demotion.
Yeah. Let me hear that. Let me hear my dog.
I think that for me, just staying ready, knowing what I'm capable of. Like I said, life is about response. I can control 2 things, and that's my attitude and my gratitude. And, I think the other thing I can control is my work ethic and my preparation to be ready when my name's called again, because I know what I can do, and I know, I'm going to do it again. So that's what I'm excited about.
Now, Chad, just say I ain't going to rage bait. I ain't going to do no kind of baiting. But when I told you guys what was going to happen, you don't know what you're talking about. They got even my co-host, the man been with me for 2 years. We've been through thick and thin. I said, Ocho, I say, look at the way the man playing. Now I'm telling you what's gonna happen. I say over under 8 weeks. I said Russ is gonna start. Jaxson Dart is gonna be the backup, and then James will be the 3rd string quarterback. Nah. Everybody was agreeing with you, Ocho. I said, Ocho, I can see the way this thing playing out because they drafted this guy. And at the end of the day, the one guy that can save my job is not Russ. It's not Jameis Winston. Who's the one guy that can save Brian Daboll's job, Ocho?
Did you hear what you just said? I love that you went that route. who's the one guy that can save my job? The guy that I wanted, the guy that I drafted. But you throw a rookie quarterback out there,
Yes.
right? In the middle of the season, in the worst part of the season for them schedule-wise, based on the opponents that they have to play, what happens when he doesn't play well?
But here's
What happens when things don't play well? What happens if you stick to your guns and you say, once you make this decision, you can't turn back
well,
and
he
go
said he's the quarterback for the rest of the year.
for the rest of the year. So you can't
Unless
turn
he
back and
gets
go. So now
injured,
got
you're
this-
absolutely correct. And I wouldn't expect them
got
to
this-
turn back and go back. But
Right.
here's the thing, though, Ocho. Even if you lose too many games and Jaxson Dart comes in and plays well, somebody else is going to be coaching him next year anyway. So you've got to go with him.
You was hey, listen, you was going right where I was going because I'm gonna say most of the time I'm thinking as a rookie quarterback. And listen, Jaxson Dart, he showed flashes of brilliance, obviously in the preseason, but again, that's preseason. You know how the defenses are very, very vanilla. I think if he plays well enough, two things can happen. Either he can play well or he can play bad. If you play bad, the ball you out of there. If he plays well and shows what flashes what we've already seen, hell, you still might be fired.
True.